It's Annie, and today I'm going to talk about makeup and how I apply my makeup with my Retin-a so you don't get that flaky look, like what I'm doing to prep my face. I kind of covered some of this a little bit in the last video, so we're not going to go too much in the skincare. But we are going to talk about how I apply my makeup and what not to do if you are, if you're going through that phase with your Retin-a, which I'm going through right now. And even though my skin doesn't look like it, and I will show you close up of my face so you can see it. I'm showing you what I'm going to talk about what I'm doing so I don't have that flaky face. So I've been using Retin-a since last March, so it's been 8 months now. And I just shared an update about it. What I've been doing so I could wear makeup and not look like a flaky, crazy mess is prepping my face well, exfoliating, prepping my face, and how I've been doing my makeup. So I'm gonna really quickly go over the skincare because I just talked about this in another video about my skincare routine. But I always make sure that I exfoliate. So I exfoliate only in the morning because I use acids. I use a salicylic acid, I use a lactic acid, and I use a glycolic acid. And I make sure that I exfoliate with my Clarisonic, which I love. I use this usually only at nighttime, but sometimes in the morning I'll lightly do it a little bit too if I see a little bit of flakes like on my chin or whatever. I never use this by my eyes ever. But if I see it on my chin or by my nose, I'll do a little bit there. Then I use my Angela Caglia's oil, luxurious oil, and her souffle moisturizer. That's what I use in the morning besides my vitamin C. But as far as moisturizing, that's what I do. So you want to make sure that you are using a really good moisturizer. This oil and this moisturizer have so many benefits for my skin. It is unbelievable. It's totally been a game changer for my skin. I think this is the best my skin has looked maybe ever. Besides taking care of your skin, you've got to apply your makeup properly, and you have to use the right kind of makeup, and you should be using a primer. Because my skin is going through this crazy phase of being dry, I don't like using silicone primers. I really don't. I have to be careful with them. Sometimes they can cause me to have whiteheads. That's what I get, either whiteheads or blackheads I get from them. But through this little period that I'm going through, I would use something with a silicone in it. Now the one that I have, which funny, I have this, I don't really need to use this anymore, I'll talk about it in a minute, is the Poreless from Tarte. So I have that on hand. I'm going to use this up. It does have a silicone in it, but using a silicone really works well with a foundation. It just creates a really seamless and smooth finish. So then when you put your foundation on, you don't see that dry, patchy look. Now, one of the foundations that I really love is the CC cream from IT Cosmetics. I love that one. That one's great to use as you're getting dry and flaky. But even with that, I still have to use a good primer. As far as foundations to use, there are 3 that I have right now that I would highly recommend that work really well as you're going through this period. One is a CC cream from IT Cosmetics. I love this. It has a sunscreen in it. I love this one. This is great whether you have dry skin or not, but especially for dry skin, this works really well. A little bit goes a long way. If you do have redness, it will color correct that, so you have a nice clean palette for your blush and everything like that. So I really love this one. Another one that I really like that works well is from The Ordinary. It's the serum foundation. I love this one as well. I find it to go on really nice. I don't feel like it accentuates any of my dry, patchy skin or anything like that. Love it. The other one that I really love, and this is the one that I'm actually wearing today, is from, and I'm going to be trying some other foundations too, just because I want to try other foundations. When I do that, that doesn't mean that I don't like what I'm using, but I just think on my channel, I just like to share different foundations, so it gives you more of a choice. If you have the same skin that I have and I like it, then maybe it's something that'll work out for you. So the one that I really like is from Osmosis in color. It's the Performance Wear Satin Foundation in Golden Light. So I just started using this recently and I really love it. I just wish there was more places that you could order this from. The only place that I know of is Premier Beauty. And they don't have a really big selection as far as skin tone. This one works for me. I just don't like the return policy at their store. That's why I wish I was somewhere else to order it from. I mean, you can return things, but it sounds like they don't really like to take returns. So you just have to know that if you order from them. But I do really like this foundation. But again, I'm going to be trying some different foundations. But I would highly recommend it. That is what I'm wearing today. And I'm going to show you a close-up of my face so you can see what it looks like. So you can see my skin does not look dry and patchy. And believe me, under my makeup and my, it's something I battle with right now because of using Retin-a. That's just the way it is. But it looks really good because I'm preparing my skin really well before I put my makeup on. And I'm using makeup that works really well with it. And the primer is key as well. Another thing that you want to do, recently I shared a foundation brush that I love. I love that foundation brush, but I upped my game on this. So I'm going to avoid my makeup brush for now until my skin gets adjusted to it. Because what happens if you use a foundation brush, you're going to exfoliate some of your skin. So if you have flaky skin under there and you're putting a foundation up, you're just going to kick all that up and you're just going to have patchy, dry skin. So while you're going through this period, while I'm going through this period, I'm using my Beauty Blender. My Beauty Blender is going to go in and it's going to press all of that foundation in. Instead of exfoliating it, it's going to press it all in. So this is what I'm using. So make sure that you have a Beauty Blender. Now, some people like other brands. If you like another brand, that's fine. I tried the Real Techniques. I didn't like it. Mine was just like falling apart right away. I don't know what I did wrong. I used it the way I was supposed to. I went to wash it and it started like falling apart. So I've never repurchased one because of that. I like the shape of that better, to be honest with you. But this works better for me. Use a Beauty Blender while you're going through that dry period. You'll thank me later. And that is it. That is all I do. I still powder my face. I lightly powder it. I don't use a lot of powder. If you're like me, you have to set your makeup. I have to. Even though I have some dry skin, I still have to set my makeup because I still have a little bit of oily skin in there. And I just feel like if I don't, my makeup's just gonna slide around. I've shared this before and I'll share it again. I love this powder. I need to order another one because I don't want to run out of it, which reminds me I should do that. But it is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish, and I use the number 1 fair because Mama is fair. I love this powder. So it comes in this compact and I love it. So I use a brush and I'm going to show you close up so you can see the color. And you can see that I've hit pan. So that's the only negative thing is I haven't had this really long and I've already hit pan, but I don't care. I really love this powder. So until I find one that's this good, I'm going to stick with it. This is hands down the best powder I've ever used. It is so light. Like even when you run your finger on it, it's like you're touching silk. That's how light it is. So even if you have really dry skin, I would recommend trying this because I don't think you're going to be disappointed with it. You're not going to have a cakey look on your face. It is the best powder I have ever used. And I'm not exaggerating. I really love it. So if you have skin like mine, you still like to set it, I don't have it in front of me, but just use a fluffy brush. That's what I do, a fluffy brush, and I just pat it on and then I just swirl it in lightly. Really lightly with that because you don't want to stir up any of the dry skin that's underneath your makeup. And that is it. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will leave the links below. I will leave the links below too with everything that I talked about in this video and even the makeup that I'm wearing today. I will leave below. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will see you soon. Bye. No, that looks stupid. Stupid. You look stupid. You look so stupid for. Why are you talking like that? Why are you talking? You talking so weird. No, weird, crazy like, know me? Crazy. When I was little, I wanted to be Carol Burnett, so I used to do all these little characters. And, but I'm not funny like Carol Burnett, so it didn't work out so good for me. What's the matter with you, huh? What are you talking about, huh? I'm gonna go over there by the pizza place after school. No, that's like a bad Chicago accent. I suck at, I can't do a New York accent. I can't do an English accent. I can do an Italian accent. You know, I was going over there, and then when I was talking to my friend, she told me, I love you. And I say, you know, I love you too. And then we are best friends for many, many years. And I just love her so much. Sometimes, but she are driving me crazy too, you know what I mean? She are driving me crazy. She's my friend, but sometimes she are driving me crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's good. Sometimes I can do French accent. Tell me if this is a good French accent or if this is like the worst French accent you've ever heard in your life. I have to get into my French. I like to go because I am France. You know what I mean? We go to, I have to get into my French. That's a very bad French. Why can I not do French today? Sometimes I can do French. Okay, time to stop. Time to stop it. Stop it, Annie. Just stop it. I know. I need to stop.